Welcome back to Satisfactory Update 5. My name is Nilaus, and I am so happy with all the support from the first episode. I am so happy to see that all of you regulars of the channel have been really excited about me returning to Satisfactory here on my YouTube channel, and also great to see so many new faces around here. I hope you will stick around, and I can only do my part. Well, I can do my part to see if I can keep it as interesting as possible, to see if we can lure you into being a subscribers here on the channel. So I'm gonna do my best, and then if you like what you see, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, of course. So what we did last time was I did a focused on effectiveness on building the copper and iron parts that we needed, what you're seeing here. Maybe you can just glean the layouts if you kind of missed it. I'm not going to be making layout buildings for this. If someone wants to do it, that would be awesome, but I'm not going to do that. Sorry. I am focusing on creating the videos and streaming and all that stuff. So what we are doing here is we are also feeding over here on the end, feeding our awesome sink so we can get some coupons, because that's where we're going to be focusing a lot of the coupons here today. What we're going to do at the end of today, just to set the stage, we will have transformed this effective but bland platform into a aesthetic factory. Now, I'm not going to call it beautiful. It's going to be aesthetic, and it's also going to include biomass production. It's going to include concrete production, and it's going to include the space elevator as well on top of it, because of course it is. So that is what we are going to do today. So let's start by putting figuring out how to make this platform into a multi-platform level thing. In order to do that, we are going to need to go to the awesome sink to get the few tickets we have at this point and figure out the most important thing to actually get from this, and that is actually the railings. One of the features that I was most excited about for the new update, that was actually, let's get to see how many we have. Ooh, 13, lovely. There, got 13. All right, one of the most, we'll take the industrial walkway. I know there's another one. I know I didn't finish my sentence, we'll come back to it. This also looks good, but I'm gonna take that one because I like the industrial look. There. All right, one of the features that I was most excited about was the fact that you could actually now hook up your architecture, this one, right on the side of the assemblers. I got so excited. And you can see now the clipping here. And what if we do something like this? Look at that. I was so excited. You can already hear that there's something wrong, right? There's something wrong, because this looks great, I mean, except for the clipping here. But there's actually a problem. If you look at this, this is not matching down here. So what if I built where I actually would expect to be building? You can now see that there is a problem between these two. They are not connected. They are not connected. They are not aligned in height, and they're not aligned in distance. That means it is impossible to build these attached, but also build them in line with the levels. And because of that, I'm sorry, this just isn't going to work. I am hoping that it'll be fixed, but it would require them to build a new model for the constructor, and I don't think that's going to happen. It's I have hopes, but yeah, it might be a long shot. So we're gonna have to do something else, and it could happen, because remember when the splitters first came out, they were just all sorts of bad. They did the function of splitting, but they were not sort of fitting into the rest of the environment in any meaningful way. But that was added, and now they are working really well, and they're really smooth. I'm gonna set the souping mode there. The reason why I'm putting an extra line out here is because we are going to need an extra line here to build the stairways all the way up. So let's see, we are going to build stairways. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 tiles in. Let's build some stairways. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. If we build it 4 and then build that one. Oh yes, you can't walk on zooped items. Don't walk on holograms, they are not safe. And here. like this. Yep. And let's go this, and let's also build it down here, all the way down there. And this one, I didn't actually expect that I would be happy about the clipping, the soft clipping of this. Yeah, but I'm really loving it. The fact that I can now build here without consideration is super nice, because of course it's not clipping, but technically I think it is clipping this box here. So, and then we'll build upwards the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the other side as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will be then the next level. Hold on. Oh, see, this is, yeah, we don't want the big ones. Let's build some walls instead, just basic walls. Oh, that's funny. There, the big walls, of course. 2, 3, 4, and then zoom it all the way over. I'm gonna build it 4 high. No more than that. There. Yeah, so that's gonna be like the framework, I guess. And then let's get a building here. Gotta get the thin ones. Reason why I want to do this is just to get us this sense of what the next level is going to look like. There. Oh, that's not there at all. Not there at all. That was actually a really interesting place that it decided to clip onto. That's actually really nice to know that you can do that. So you can make them overlap if you want to do that. And then of course, zoom it down there. That should be good. Right. So what I need to do is I need to make one more floor with all the foundations. So build the foundations out here, build the walls up and down, all the way down there as well, so that we can get started on the next level. First, we'll build the functionality in terms of the biomass, because we do need to get the biomass moved out of this location. All of this will be empty by the end of this episode, I promise you. We need to get the biomass moved up here, and we need to get concrete moved up here. So let's make the platforms so we can start building the design of the next factory. Right, so here we are. We have now built the next floor up, which is lovely, except for, okay, that one must have been just deconstructed. And here we have the next floor. That was lovely, and it works, it's ready, but there is a little catch. Since I had to remove things down here, we don't have any biomass burners. That means we don't have any production. So let's hurry up. I've also been bringing up the concrete, so we are ready to do that. So let's take a look at what we need to build. We need to build a production of biomass where we put in biomass on one side. We're going to be following the same principles from downstairs, and that is the first row out here is going to be left empty. The next one will be for splitting. Oh, hello. The next one will be for splitting, then it'll be for smelting. Instead of smelting, I will be using this as a storage box. This one will have leaves, I guess. Then it will have a splitter smelter thing. There. And then we'll have a constructor. So let's build the constructor. At this moment, you will see something. Look at it over on the right-hand side. You will see that the line, the control line, is actually always there. So that was already patched since my first episode. It's actually, oh, and also another thing that I mentioned in my first episode, the hologram for the buildings are actually now completely aligned. That is excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And let's see, I think there was one more thing that I mentioned that is also now already. So the factory controllers are there. These are there as well. It is super amazing to see how fast they fix things. Those are some things that are obvious that can easily be missed during QA. But now that they are there, that's really amazing. So we have wood, and next row here will be for splitting and merging, which we will do. And then I'll do it over here. Oh yeah, by the way, also the last thing that I noticed is that when I press control and here, it doesn't flip anymore. It just shunts it if it feels like it. There. We're going to do the splitting. So let's have a look at this one. This one is going to get 300 out. That makes no sense. I don't have more than 120 belts on the belts. So I will be making a splitter right there. So that's going to come 120 out, and then basically saying, well, you know, you can also just get it in here to that merger if you feel that. This one will never come out at faster than Mark 1. This one, yeah, it could be Mark 2. Doesn't matter. It's cheap enough to make Mark 2. That basically just makes sure that whatever comes out here can go into both of those. And you're going to be making solid fuel. Solid fuel, I just realized how irrelevant it is because I can consume 120 anyway. Well, we'll leave it as it is. And here I will be merging these two together like that on a single normal belt and a single belt. This is again where I go 2 back and in here. There are some people, some comments about being able to use to do that in a faster way. I don't believe that's the case, but in a faster way. Not for me at least. I've been very comfortable with this, just go 2 steps back. So this will be, oh, we need to make sure that this goes out. This will actually be a Mark 2 because it's leaves. Leaves come into 120, but this one's only a Mark 1. Good. That is now hooked up. It's ready to go. And we need to put things in. We have some stockpile to put in. But let's also build the next one. Next one will be concrete. Concrete is going to be super easy. And it is just going to be 1, 2, 3. Yep. And then a splitter in front. Is that the correct location? Yes. So this allows me to come back to the comment about, do I think it's faster? There's some people who say you can just rotate the belt. Yes, but then it's no longer going to be that. Then I still have to just inch it over by 2. There's no way for me to sort of do a control thing here that it would allow it to do anything. I'm holding control or not. So until I get a better description, maybe we'll, if someone has that, a better way of doing it, then come on to my Twitch chat and explain it meticulously to me so I understand it. That might take a while. Probably not something that can happen in a YouTube comment section. I'm going to make a Mark 2 belt in. These are not set up recipes yet. They will do concrete, but they'll take 45 times 3. That's 135. That's too much. So I need to always scale this down to 89. And then we do a copy so I don't have to do that again. Paste. And paste. There. That is now the concrete factory built. Well, that may be a bit of an overstatement because we still need to merge it. There. Inbound. Come on. Inbound. And that one. And inbound. And I will not have more than 1, 2, 3 here. Is that the moth flying over us again? Yep. We have to make sure that when we build the space elevator that we don't intersect with that path. Right. So at this point, what do we need to do now? Well, we still need to have one more thing that we need to do. We need to make sure that we have some power here. Biomass burners. And this is one thing that I'm going to mention in every single one of my Let's Plays because it's super important. Let's say in this case, my base is consuming 160 megawatts of power. Then the normal inclination of most people would go like, well, I need more biomass than 160. Since this one is each 30, then if I have 6 of those, I'm all good. The thing is, if you are running at maximum capacity or close to maximum capacity on this, you are just asking for trouble. Because, first of all, if you add something more, it's a risk that you go over your capacity and then it will break. That's the one part. The other part of it is the fact that if you do that, then they will burn out in very short order. It'll take about, I think it's about 40 minutes, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to say about 40 minutes. That means you need to do refueling every 40 minutes. I think that's the reason why people hate the biomass phase, because they have to come back. Their phase runs out every 40, 50 minutes. If you build 5 times as much capacity, then you only need to fill it up, well, 5 times as less often, or what? This is 9 times 30, that's 270, times 2, that's 540 megawatts of power. If my base is consuming, let's say 160, 70, then, or let's say 180, then means it lasts for 3 times as long time. And that is a massive, massive bonus in this case. And that means I only need to come back every 3 hours or 4 hours to do the next one. Let's build the next. Oh, this looks like a bit of an X-wing, doesn't it? We are going to hook up the power lines. Boring stuff. Let's me just do that, and then I might as well just set up the next level so we're ready to work on the third level of the factory. We're going to build the factory with all the functionality first. Once we have the functionality, we're going to start on the, let's say, the beautification, looking at things so that we also get more tickets to run through, because I need more tickets to buy the custom concrete and railings and, you know, all the cool stuff that we want to do. Oh, that looks like there's one too many here. There we go. All right, let me make sure that we have that built. I will stand up here so we know where we're coming back to. There. Let's get this built and get ready for the next level. So I've been sitting here and waiting all through the night just for this particular moment, and that is for two reasons. Two reasons why we're waiting for the dawn. One is, of course, so you can see what the hell is going on in my factory. But the second, and I think more importantly, holy smokes, they upgraded the lighting in this game. Wow, that looks so good. I mean, maybe it's partially my PC, but there's also something about just watching the sunrise here, just looking at the sun coming up, and how it just casts light, doesn't cast shadow, well, it also casts shadow on the terrain. It looks absolutely amazing. So happy about this change. Oh, and there you are, beautiful sun. Here we are. Okay, so back to factory building. Can't be staring at the sunrise all day, every day. Here we have, this is the level we were just building. Now it is hooked up. We have, oh, I guess I can fall down between the gaps here. We have the concrete working. We have the biofuel working. That is excellent. I will at some point when I get around to it. Oh, don't fall down. I will also get here. I'll move the awesome sink here because I think that's a better place to have it. So what we have now is we have functionally what we need to build, except for one thing. That one thing is that we haven't moved the hub up here, and we have not moved or built the space elevator. Yeah, so we have removed them from down here. The hub is no longer because we have it in our hand. So let's build the hub and build the space elevator up here so we can start looking at some of the aesthetic additions to the game here. The hub is going to be here. So I want it at this location, and if I think I actually need to build it a bit closer. I think that is the right location. The way we test it, looking that like that, it goes slightly over on that side and it goes slightly over on that side. Yes, but it does not interfere. Exactly, does not interfere here. Perfect. So we have the hub. That is excellent. Then we have here, this is something I have been thinking about. If we look at this part, it is 11 wide, but if we just on this flat surface build the space elevator, I think it's going to be looking a bit weird. So what I want to do is say, what if we just make it like one inbound? Let's go zooping mode. And there. So that's 9 wide. I'm going to be doing them 9 wide on the other side as well. And we'll just lead it down until it says 45. There we go. I'm going to lead it from here. Then we have a platform that's 9 by 9, which is what is a good size to build the space elevator on. It is technically only 7 by 7, but then we need a bit of breathing room around it, right? And then we come to the part where I will probably be saying this a lot in most of my episodes. Damn, I love souping. Souping is so good. Look at that. Oh, did I get all of it? I don't know. I missed one. Funny how okay, it's just the drawing part. There. Soup back and forth. Who cares if this is a waste of concrete? Concrete is free. There. And get that one in again. Right, so we now have a platform. Hopefully I built everything. It looks pretty solid. Then that is the middle. Hold on, that can't be the middle. This must be the middle. And on that platform, because we need to make sure that we can build the space elevator. There, we're going to go up, because it's almost impossible to place it correctly if you don't have some kind of altitude here. Let's see if I remember to bring all the materials for the space elevator. Oh, looks like I did. Ah, that's nice. And then I need to drag it. This is... Okay, so... we can see the outer line here. And it has to be right there. Move it into the middle. Right there. So with the way we look at it, if you look at this, you can see there's a tiny bit of different distance between the inside, and so it's slightly less than 7 tiles wide. Let's watch this beautiful animation. You only get that once. Well, in my case, I get it multiple times because I always just misplace it. So I get this beautiful animation a couple of times. I love the fact in Satisfactory that they have so cool animations for something that's going to happen once. Here we go. The cantina is coming in. Catching the cantina hook. Love that animation. I don't know how many times I watched it. Definitely more than more than once per time we played. And this, oh, look at that, perfect. We just got the confirmation that the moth is not clipping. That is brilliant. All right, all we need to do now. Oh, okay, maybe not do that. Ow. Let's jump in. And look at that. Someone has been really preparing in advance. Got the first ingredients already made so we can enjoy the launch of this project assembly platform. Level 1. Let's go. All right. So what we now have is actually all of the ingredients. So if this was just all about effectivity or effectiveness, then I could be just calling it now and say, well, we have the hub, we have stuff here, it's all good. We can maybe make some like small buildings like the MAM over here to... It seems like a good place to build the MAM. So you go up and you can go like, ah, there's something here. But, you know, there's definitely more to it. There's more to it than this. What we want to do is we want to go down here. So I built this part. Actually, technically, I built it down here. That's what we built. But we want to make it into a factory. So what about if we experiment a bit with this? My thought is... I could make a hole here. That one. Yeah. And oh, well, only one. And then we have a little balcony. Nice. We have this location. Do we have other options? Nope. Let's go back to that one. But we do have this option. This will of course be replaced by real windows once we have that, but real windows are higher tech now. That's very interesting. Also the grid foundations or the girder foundations, they are also unavailable for now. So I guess they might need steel or something. I don't know, but it's going to be super interesting. That means that we are kind of constrained in our build options here. But let's at least build this side, and then I am going to replicate it. So we want to have like the corners to have be a bit firm. We want the top and bottom to absolutely be the way they are. There. Then we can build a little window. Let's call it that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's build something here. And build another window. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that one. And now I recognize that I probably need to figure out what the size of this one is. Oops. There. So that it becomes somewhat symmetrical, or as close as possible. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Build a little sort of wall thing so it doesn't become too open. 3, 1, 2, 3, and that means the middle pillar here has to be too wide. That's okay. That definitely needs to be built at every single location. So let me just make sure that I build that all the way around. at the different locations. What we then have is basically the firm box. Then we're going to be experimenting with the customizer for just making textures. I think we also we have 0 right now, and we had to take out, because of this, we have to take out our what's it called, the awesome sync, and that means we're not really getting enough right now. So let me make sure that we get some more things established as we build the rest of this one. Cool, let's do that. And again, we start up here at the dawn just to make sure that we have visibility of our base. This is looking good. And what we can do when we look down here, we have beautiful factory. Of course, there's not going to be a lot of light in here if I turn off my off light. What we will get is, of course, get some factory lights in here in the middle and down there once we get those, but that's going to have to wait. We also have an issue that I can't afford the wall sockets. This is just one more thing that I'd really like, so I have to hide some power poles inside. We also have some missing things here, but all of those things will be cleaned up, but I wanted to make sure that we got this part done. And so we can go in here and take a look at some of the new things that we can buy in this equipment. One of the things that we have now that I think a lot of people apparently are super excited about is the railings. Let's do that. Then over here by Customizer, we have some different materials. Then we have concrete walls. Yes, please. And we also have some concrete foundation material. Yes, please. So those 3 things are all new in this release. So let's buy those and see what they can do to just the aesthetics of our base. Definitely architecture down here, railings. And we need to build mode soup. How about that? And soup it down there. And then apparently the thing that most people are most excited about, I can understand that if you're building for aesthetics, like not having an option for railings on ramps is kind of bad when you consider how dangerous it is. And we can just go down there. And we can go on the other side here as well. This is why we wanted just a bit of space here, just to make sure that we have... Oh, no. I'm still alive. Well, that was... I wanted to show the factory from the outside. That's what I wanted. So this is the outside. It's still not great. All of this has to go on the inside. So this is something missing aesthetic. But hey, actually, this is perfect because I wanted to go out here. I did want to go out here. So that was totally on purpose. I want to show you the customizer. That's an extra tab up here. There has colors, and it also has here different type of walls. So I can do this. Now there's some weird overlay. And when I can just drag here, and then it all changes to concrete wall. Apparently it costs something. We get refunded some walls there. Look at that. And then I want to build this one as well. That's good. So I did want to go out here. It wasn't an accident at all. It was maybe it was a happy little accident. We turn it into something useful for us. There. So the point of this is to make the factory look bounce. Oh, I bounced. Make it look a bit more sturdy because these plates, they don't look particularly sturdy. But giving it a layer of concrete here for the parts that are most important here. We're going to make more of these balconies as well. One at every floor, probably. I think this will give it a nice sturdy look. Of course, it's going to be gray, but hey, gray is a nice color. There. Let's go inside. We're going to go inside through this. This is also one of the new doors. It's super nice when it opens. When it remembers to open. This is, of course, not a great location because it's just downstairs. But once we go up to this level, we are now inside our factory. And at this level, this is where we can do. What I want to do is I want to experiment with the concrete flooring as well. Let's go to the customizer, go to materials, concrete floor. There. Now, does this look better? I don't know, but it looks new, and new is better. It certainly has a lot more factory look to it. I think that if they were both available in the beginning, I might opt for this one. But right now, this is the new thing, so it's definitely, we have an affinity for new stuff. However, that's going to be a bit complicated. It's actually much easier to build it on the roof like this and just drag it back and forth. But no matter what, it's going to be a lot of dragging here. But that's going to be a good thing. We also want to complete some railings as well. This is a prime opportunity to build railings as well. Let's build it one up because that's more the correct build. There. Let's build some railings here. 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 Oh, this is nice. Yeah, that really helps. That really helps, just making it a bit more secure, a bit more realistic, I guess. You come up and you go up to the next level. In this case, we can only go here because this is where we have our space elevator, so that's not happening. Then we can go all the way back up to up top. And before, well, it's still daylight, so let's look at the concrete in the bright daylight, as much bright daylight as we get here. Oh yeah, it's definitely happening. It is definitely happening. Also these, sure. Everything gets to be concreted, right? Everything gets to be concreted at this point. All flooring will be concrete because it's new and exciting, and we'll see if we get something else. I guess glass will also be a material change. But running around doing this under everything, it's going to take a while. So let me just show you what it looks like when all of that is done. Here we are. This is going to be the final factory of the final starter factory, and let's have a look at it. It might not be much, and I'm sure that you can come up with more cool things when you have more things unlocked, such as glass and steel girders and all that stuff, but we don't have those yet. We are going to work with the materials we have, and then the next factory will be ever so slightly more awesome. You can see these inputs here are now more systematic. We have the concrete built here. We have our balconies established. Let's have a look inside. I think I don't want to take that entrance because that's the least nice place. Oh, hello. Goodbye. And we go sneak over here. Instead of having all of those lines coming in at a random location, we now have a very, very clean location here where we get one line of iron, one line of concrete or limestone, and one line of copper coming in, 120 on each. We have nothing left out here. Everything is cleaned up. That's what I promised at the beginning. We have also balconies. We have this one, and we can now go in through our entrance. Oh yeah, by the way, I took the time to just get some Blade Runners. There's a Caterium ore next to us, close to us. Huh. I wonder if I can color that with the concrete. I wonder what color the concrete is actually. Concrete structure? There. Okay. Okay, so some of those must have been repainted. Here we have the concrete flooring. I think that once you have the concrete flooring, it looks so much nicer. It is slightly lighter in color, so that's also making it look a bit nicer as well. Over here we have railings so we don't fall down. Here we have now the overflow going upwards. Let's jump on up here. Go up. Here obviously we're going to have lamps when we get that available. Up here, more railings coming up and going into this location. Yeah, as you can see, we've used every single one of these points that we have available, but now we're building it this level as well. Nice concrete, really clean. It could be a more bright, I know that, but it's so clean. This concrete flooring I really like it. It really appeals to my sense of aestheticism. So I like it. Here we have the railings around, also concrete, everything concrete. We have the hub. Over here we have my little hack. Oh, I also see we have someone's been messing with it. Oh no, oh that's a different color again. Concrete. Yeah, there, almost jumped off. This is, as I was starting to say, this is my little hack. What it does is basically if I have something I need something of, like reinforced iron plates or rotors and stuff, then or smart plating, then I can just set up a factory, put some things in here, and then it'll produce some and I can come back and pick it up. It's a great way to build something that takes an assembler without building a big factory. And it gets us going so we can focus on other things right now, such as working on coal, because that's going to be the next episode. I couldn't really find a good way to do this. There's unfortunately no railing that's half size, so I have to sort of do that. It's not ideal, but if I don't mention it, you will never see it. Oops. And that means this is clean. What we will be doing next time is coming over here. Oh, I see there's a bit of a texture missing. Let's make sure that texture gets done. That is in here. And I just again interrupted myself. Sorry about that. I have a tendency to do that. I'm trying to make it, trying to be better at it. Well, be better at not doing it. So what I'm saying is coal will be next episode. There is a coal location here. Can I scan coal? Nope, not yet. Don't want to scan anything. But there's a coal location. I think we can kind of see it here. And of course there's water down there. There's more coal over here, but I'm not going to tap that. I'm going to use that for steel. But I'm going to just take this single coal location, this 120, which should be enough for 8 coal power plants. That will be the next episode, so I should hopefully keep you entertained and engaged, so you will be coming back for a crisp design of a factory for coal production. Right now I'm super happy about this. I'm super happy about the aesthetic look, the concrete look of this, and how functional it is. It takes care of now. This is now a finalized starter base. I'm really happy about it. I hope that you are enjoying it, this Let's Play or walkthrough or showcase or whatever the hell we call it. And if you are, of course, if you made it all the way here towards the end of the video, then consider hitting the like button. I mean, you watched all of it all the way here, so that must be an indication that you kind of like what you're seeing. And if you have good ideas or bad ideas, leave them in the comment section below. But also remember that I'm streaming live on Twitch. This is at twitch.tv/Nilaus, and it's on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. Central European Time. Come on over and share your ideas, thoughts, ask questions, or about why am I doing this, why am I not doing this, all that good stuff. Just hang out. We have a good time while building factories. And of course, if you are not subscribed and you're new to the channel, then consider subscribing or watch a few more videos. And if you're still watching it, then consider subscribing. Or not. Anyway, this is it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, take care. And as always, stay effective.